Imagine a grand stage. Spotlights glint, thousands of spectators cheer, and an idol's name is shouted non-stop. He is Wang Yibo, an actor, singer, dancer, and racer who is now one of China's brightest stars. His popularity transcends national borders, his face adorning magazines, television screens, and even giant billboards. His every move is scrutinized, his every smile making millions of hearts flutter. However, behind all the glitz and glamour lies a dark story rarely known to the public. The story of a fanatical fan's obsession that goes beyond the bounds of normalcy. An obsession that turns into a real threat, not only to the comfort but also to the safety of a celebrity. The latest case involving Wang Yibo has shocked the Chinese entertainment world once again. How could it not? Two fanatical fans had the nerve to install a tracking device on Wang Yibo's rented car. Their goal was clear, they wanted to know their idol's every move. Where he went, what time he left the house, and even the details of his location that should have been private. Even more shocking, the two fans, later identified as Li and Zhang, didn't just use the information for themselves. They turned it into merchandise, selling it to other fanatic fans who were also obsessed with tracking Yibo's movements. This dangerous practice was finally uncovered after another, more sober fan reported the incident to the authorities. Beijing police acted swiftly, apprehending Li and Zhang and confiscating evidence in the form of an illegal tracking device installed on Yibo's vehicle. This case is more than just ordinary news. It's a stark reflection of how fandom can turn into something terrifying. We often hear about the sasaeng phenomenon in South Korea, extreme fans who willingly follow their idols wherever they go. However, China has long been considered less severe in this regard. Unfortunately, with the growing popularity of Chinese dramas and music, the sasaeng phenomenon has begun to grow in China. For Wang Yibo, this wasn't his first experience. In 2020, he spoke openly about how terrifying it was to deal with obsessive fans. "I've had strangers knock on my hotel room door. Some even put a tracker on my car," Yibo revealed on his Weibo account at the time. Imagine the feeling of a celebrity who should be resting peacefully in a hotel room, but instead is haunted by knocks from a stranger. Or how terrifying it must be to realize that every movement in their car is being monitored by someone they don't know. His agency, Yuehua Entertainment, even had to issue a firm statement: "Please do not follow our car, chase our car, or follow us onto the plane. Do not gather at the airport, hotel, or filming location. Do not sell information about filming schedules, locations, or photos that are not intended for public release." A warning that should remind fans that healthy love is one that allows space, not one that is stifling. But why do these cases keep recurring? What causes certain fans to lose the line between admiration and obsession? What impact does it have on the personal life of a celebrity like Wang Yibo? And more importantly, are the law and the entertainment industry doing enough to protect their artists from the threat of sasaeng, slang? These are the questions we will explore in depth in this long narrative. We'll trace the chronology of the latest case, revisit Yibo's dark past, compare the sasaeng phenomenon in Korea and China, and understand the roots of fandom culture that can turn into a dangerous obsession. Because ultimately, this story isn't just about an idol named Wang Yibo. It's a story about how popularity can be a double-edged sword. On the one hand, it brings glory, spotlight, and success. But on the other, it can also bring threats, pressure, and even danger that lurk at any moment. So let's begin this journey. A journey to understand the dark side of a world we often see as bright. A world where an idol is loved, but can also be imprisoned by misguided love. The latest case involving Wang Yibo began with a seemingly simple, yet actually illegal and fraught with risk. Two diehard fans, later identified as Li and Zhang, devised a plan to track their idol's every move. They weren't satisfied with simply watching Yibo's dramas, buying his albums, or attending fan meetings. They wanted to know more. They wanted to know where Yibo was every second. So, they resorted to installing an illegal tracking device in a car rented by Wang Yibo. The small device, normally used for emergencies or shady business, had now become a stalking weapon. With the device, Li and Zhang could monitor Yibo's location in real time via their cell phones. Yibo's every move, from the hotel to the filming location, from their home to the airport, was recorded. However, their obsession didn't stop there. Instead of keeping this information to themselves, the two turned Yibo's movement data into a commodity. They sold it to other diehard fans eager for updates on Yibo's whereabouts. In this way, Li and Zhang not only violated his privacy but also opened up a wider opportunity for others to follow him. Imagine, every time Yibo stepped out of the hotel, someone was waiting for him. Every time his car stopped at a location, other fans immediately gathered. To some, this might just seem like a normal crowd. But for Yibo, this situation meant there was no safe place anymore. His life seemed to be a 24-hour public spectacle. This situation eventually caught the attention of another fan, who was still sane and concerned about Yibo's safety. She sensed something was amiss because someone always knew her idol's whereabouts, even in locations that were supposed to be secret. After further investigation, this fan discovered evidence that someone was selling Yibo's location information within the Fanatical fan community. Without hesitation, she reported it to the authorities. Beijing police immediately intervened, conducted a thorough investigation, and ultimately found evidence of Li and Zhang's involvement. The two fans were arrested and detained for further questioning. The tracking device they had installed in Yibo's car was also confiscated as evidence. News of the arrest quickly spread on social media. Weibo, China's largest platform, was abuzz with discussion. Hashtags about Yibo's case became a trending topic. Many netizens were shocked and angry that someone would be so bold as to violate a celebrity's privacy. Many were also relieved that law enforcement had finally taken firm action. The police emphasized that installing a tracking device without permission is a serious violation of the law. It not only violates privacy but can also endanger a person's safety. If the information fell into the hands of malicious actors, it is possible that Yibo could face far greater threats, such as kidnapping or blackmail. From the entertainment industry perspective, this case served as a stark warning. Artist managers began tightening security measures. Rental car companies were also asked to be more careful, ensuring their cars were free of illegal devices before use. The case of Wang Yibo, who was stalked by a fanatic fan and fitted with a tracking device, not only captured the attention of entertainment media but also rocked the internet. Netizens, both in China and internationally, immediately expressed mixed reactions. Some were angry, some disappointed, and still others offered their full support. True fans expressed their concerns. "We just want Yibo to be happy. No one should hurt him again. Our idols are human beings too. Their privacy should be respected." Hopefully, this case will serve as a lesson for all fandoms. This wave of support shows that most fans truly know their limits and want to protect their idols, not harm them. On the other hand, Li and Zhang received a barrage of harsh criticism. Many netizens condemned their behavior, which they considered excessive. Harsh comments poured in. If they were real fans, they wouldn't ruin their idol's life. They're not fans, they're criminals. This isn't love, it's a dangerous obsession. Many demanded that the punishment be truly deterrent, so that other fanatic fans would never dare to do the same. Interestingly, this case also sparked internal debate among fans. Some diehard fans felt that Li and Zhang's actions were not entirely wrong as they were driven by excessive love. However, the majority of the fandom strongly condemned it, saying that obsessive behavior actually brought shame to the entire Wang Yibo fan community. This discussion raised a new awareness. Fandoms must learn to set boundaries and not allow extreme behavior to tarnish their idols' reputations. Not only in China, but international netizens also commented. On platforms like Twitter and Instagram, many global fans expressed concern. They compared this case to the sasaeng culture in South Korea, which has long been a global concern. Some comments from international fans read, "I thought the sasaeng phenomenon only existed in K-pop, but it's getting worse in China too. Wang Yibo needs more serious protection. His agency should learn from the cases of Korean artists. The obsession is not love. True fans support from afar without violating privacy." This shows that the sasaeng issue has become a global issue that can occur anywhere. Chinese entertainment media also raised netizens' voices. Several articles highlighted how this case could damage the fandom's image. One editorial even stated that the sasaeng phenomenon was a ticking time bomb for the entertainment industry if not addressed immediately. The media also provided a platform for healthy fan voices, further strengthening the irrational support campaign. Amidst the seriousness of the debate, some netizens responded with satire. Memes and humorous posts emerged, for example. A picture of a toy car with the caption, "Check first, is there a tracker?" A short comic depicting Wang Yibo being chased by fans while saying, "I'm not a Pokemon, don't keep me as a pet." This kind of humor provided fans with a way to vent their frustration and creatively criticize. Despite the negative nature of the case, Wang Yibo's reputation did not suffer. On the contrary, public sympathy grew. Many people who were previously not fans began to sympathize after reading his story. For many netizens, Yibo is not just an idol, but also a victim of excessive fandom culture. This has led the public to respect him even more as a human being, not just a celebrity. The public and netizens' reactions reveal two sides of fandom, the dark side of dangerous obsession, and the bright side of genuine support from true fans. This case serves as a reminder that in the social media era, public voice can be a powerful weapon against misconduct. The massive outpouring of support not only encouraged Wang Yibo but also pressured agencies and law enforcement to take greater action to protect artists. Ultimately, this case isn't just about Wang Yibo. It's about how we, as a society and as fans, learn to love idols in a healthy, mature, and respectful way. 15.16 Part 6. The sasaeng phenomenon isn't unique to China. The international entertainment world also has a long history of fanatical fans who go beyond their limits. By comparing Wang Yibo's case with cases abroad, we can see the bigger picture of how the world deals with the dark side of fandom. South Korea may be the country with the most numerous and extreme cases of sasaeng. Wang Yibo's case is just one recent example, but its impact could be far-reaching. The world now waits. Will China seriously protect its artists, or is this just a momentary news story? What's clear is that idols are human beings. They deserve to live peacefully, without the shadow of a stalker threatening their every move. The story of Wang Yibo and the fanatical fans who follow him to the point of installing tracking devices on their cars teaches us an important lesson about the dark side of the modern entertainment industry. Behind the glitz of the stage, the spotlights of the cameras, and the constant smiles of artists, there's another world filled with pressure, threats, and even real danger. We often forget that the idols we admire also need boundaries. They aren't public property 24/7. This case isn't just about Wang Yibo. This is a mirror for all fans around the world. Is our support healthy, or is it actually suppressing artists? Are we supporting their careers, or are we unknowingly taking away their freedom? This case also opens our eyes to the fact that protecting artists is not just an individual task, but a shared responsibility. Thank you for watching until the end. If you enjoyed this long narrative, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for updates on news and other interesting stories. See you in the next video, and remember, always be wise on social media.